Hi everybody. Well, I'm going to be doing a tutorial. See, what was the woman's name? Her name is Lorrie Nunemaker. I will link the video I'm using. This was one Cindy asked me to do. So, I have not watched it because I kind of wanted to do this as like how I get through it. So it's like a real tutorial for me. So I needed a zipper. I think I should have bought a wider one. But maybe not. We'll find out. I don't know. The only part that I watched was her sew the first side of one half of the zipper on. I think for the actual project, if I was going to do this, you know, to make some like for Christmas, I would try to go get a quilted one. This is a woven one, so it's going to have some consistency to it. So let me set up the camera. I think I'll do the down view so you can watch me struggle. I thought about watching it ahead of time, but I think it's just best we do it together. So let me get the other tripod and we'll get going. But again, I will link and give her all the credit as a creator. You want to make sure you give other creators credit. This is not my design, but it will be my tutorial of her tutorial to see how it actually works out in real life. So, hey, let's do it. So basically, I'm just sitting here watching her video. Again, she's using the quilted placemats. So I'm just hanging it, waiting. I'm waiting! So it took me a minute to figure out what she was talking about. One, I think I should have bought a little longer zipper. So I'm trying to judge like where it's going to go. I'm sure there's a seam allowance. So I'm going to pull it down a little. And she wants me with the zipper facing me to sew it. She's not using pens or anything, but I am just not that talented. So basically she wants me to sew it right to the edge. So I'm going to put a few pins in. Like I said, I'm not that talented to be able to hold it still. And I don't know about you, but you don't need a zipper foot or anything. I think I would have bought a longer and maybe a little beefier zipper. That makes sense. So we'll see how this goes. No, I don't like that. Let's move it down just a little. I have no idea why I don't like that. So I want to put it more. No, I'm not sure. I'm just going to, I think a 16-inch would have been better because this material is 14 inches. So I'm just guessing on this one, guys. I think I've only put maybe 2 zippers, 3 in something. I'm telling you, I'm a beginner. I sew my own creations quite well, but they're created with my talent. So let me just do this. And hopefully I'm doing it right. She's not quite as informative as I'd like her to be, but you know, what the hell, I need sewing for dummies. So if you sew better than me, then it's probably going to be easier for you to make. So I think this is enough where I can adjust it as I go. Okay, be back. So as far as the next step, she said to unzip it. See, I got it on, but notice how it went all the way to the end. I had to undo the pins. So this time I'm not going to pin it. She said to unpin it. So, guess I'm going to start right there. And sew this on to this side. So again, that's the zipper being on the outside. This is going to go in that way. Somehow I will figure out how to do this. I know it seems simple, but it's not quite as simple as you think. Okay, get back to you. So, it was funny because I was sewing on the slowest speed possible, and I left the video playing and she was going, zing! So I'm just taking the threads off. Well, it worked. Looks like my... See, look, I'm gonna have to go back over this. Be back. Well, I got the zipper on. I don't know what happened to it. It just got really loose, the bobbin thread. So she says I'm supposed to turn it inside out and mark where these, you know, where they fall together. So, luckily I have a little Sharpie. I'll just make a little teeny mark and a little teeny mark. So let me see what she wants me to do next. So now she wants me to mark the zipper with these 2 points and pin it. So I guess we're sewing next, I would think. And this is where my zipper not being long enough may be. So I would buy a 16-inch zipper. So let me just throw a couple pins in. I don't need too many. And she's using the hem of the quilting, you know, the seam in the quilting as her guide. So let me see. So that's zipper to zipper, so it's perfect. Line to zipper. I'm putting it to the middle of the zipper. I think this will make a pretty good one because it's woven, but it won't be as boxy as she's making it. So won't exactly stay together, but that's good enough. Okay, let me sew it. I think I'm going to end up doing a 1/2-inch seam just to match her seam allowance. That's what it looks like, about a 1/2 inch. Okie doke. Whoops. So anyway, she says to sew back and forth really good across the zipper, but she says to make tabs. So I backed it up so I could hear the full thing. So tabs that will go on the inside. So I'm just listening to what she says again. Because it will give you 2 little tabs on each end when it's up the right side.
I just may use a yellow ribbon, but you can just use a piece of fabric. I just happen to have this handy. So all you would do is make your little loop. You're just going to take a piece of fabric, and however long you want it, this is probably 4 inches, fold it in half. And if you want to have the little tabs sticking out, you're going to stick that right in between here with the open ends up here. The folded end is inside.
Oh, got it. So basically, I'm going to want it for each end of the zipper. So I'm going to take this pin off, which was holding the zipper. I unzipped it a little. So I'm going to take and put the tab, so the shiny side of the ribbon is inside, and I'm going to pin it so a little is sticking out. Hey, hey. So that's going to go in the seam allowance. That's not good. So let's see. So let's push that in till it's in the middle of the zipper. Want just a little sticking out, because it's going to be sewed into the seam. She's using these magic clips or something, which I think makes life a little easier, but I don't have magic clips. And I don't know that I would buy any magic clips. I like pens. Why not? So that should be sewed in there. Again, good thing I had all this stuff out. 4 inches. I'll go a little longer. So you want the wrong, you want the shiny side out, because you're sticking it inside. Oh, this is really hard. Okay, so is that cool? No. It's zipped over. I think if I was doing this, I'd almost sew the tabs together first, if I was doing it my way. So there they are sticking out. Just going to put a pin here. It's so hard to get it through. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Well, I didn't sew the zipper on very straight. Oops. Okay, so now I'm going to take a 1/2 inch mark, a 1/2 inch seam on each side. Be back. So she said to go over the zipper twice, so I did it. So I'm just cutting off threads. Because I forgot to go over it twice. So I like to cut threads as I go, but we all know that. So you will need ribbon or something to make the tabs, because I think they're a good idea. So, you have the tab to hold on when you're opening the zipper. So let's see what the next step is. Okay, so now she wants, it's unzipped, she wants you to smash the corners so that they end up in V's. So again, she wants you to smash the corners so they end up in V's, like that. And measure This is where maybe I should have went the smaller one, but didn't know. Like I said, I did not want to rewatch this. So she says to measure, you have a choice of measuring 2 to 3 inches. And the 3 inches will make it boxier. But I think I'm going to go with the 2 inches. So I'm lining up my ruler in the corner. I mean, where's my pen? Pen, where did you go? Up here it is. There. So I'm going to measure from the corner 2 inches. Turn this around 2 inches, and then I'm to draw a straight line. Straight line. I'm sure you're supposed to use like a cloth. So let's put a pin in that. So let's do the other one. Again, smush the corners in. I think that looks about right. So we're going to box it. So again, 2 inches. Two inches straight across. Oh, it's going to be awful. I wish I'd known that this was, I think one, I would have put a heavier duty needle on. So let's hope that works. That looks about right. If you want it boxier, then do a 3-inch, she said. So again, smashing the corners down. I hope I'm getting them smashed down good enough. I mean, like where they're supposed to be. 2 inches. 2 inches. So to make it boxier, you would go 3 inches. But I don't know that boxier would work on this unquilted. And I definitely would use a cloth pin. So let me pins. So we only have one more corner to go. Oh, that one's done. That one's done. Oh, this one. So smash it down. And this is how I guess it gets its boxy shape. So 2 inches. Two inches. Let me draw a line. Close enough. I'll be back. So, by what she says, now I'm going to stitch each corner. And she said go off the line. So, you know, make sure that they're sewed good and down. I'm just making sure that they look straight to me. I've never done this, so I don't know. So we'll see. So I'm now to cut this off. And if you're using the fusible, you can use a hot iron and it will seal the corners. But she says to do zigzag, so you know me and zigzag. I will try it. Definitely use a pretty heavy needle. I don't know what needle. I think I always use a medium weight toward heavy. So see. Going over this seam is just horrendous with the sewing machine, but it worked. So let me see if I can zigzag. So I did it. I mean, there has to be a zigzag that will work really well. I have over 100 stitches. It's not like at this really cool Brothers sewing machine that was given to me by my late brother-in-law, because he bought one for himself, and so to pay for it, all I had to do is teach him how to sew, which I did. So it was a really cool present. It was a Christmas present with conditions. So I'm just trying to get some of this cleaned up. So I definitely would buy a cloth pen or use a pencil. I just happen to have that Sharpie laying around. So I don't think it's going to be, I think I would do the 3 inches, measure in 3 inches on the quilted ones. So voila, it's done. So let's see what we've got. So we're going to have to push out the edges. Nice, my scissors. Oh, man, this is going to be hard. Let's get it all turned inside out and see if there's a trick that I can see to do this. Looks pretty nice. Oh, do I have a pen or, yeah. No wonder I can't, I had a pin stuck in it. So let's see. So you just have to make sure that you push out the corners good. And that's where the tabs are. Voila. See, it's not very boxy because it's not quilted. But I still think it will make a pretty good bag. I like the tabs. Zipper works. So I'll just push out some more. But see, with it being quilted, it's going to be far more boxier. And I may take the corners in another inch. I don't know. But as far as the way it goes, I think it would have made a better flat zipper bag. But as far as her design, excellent, I would say. So, that's it. Goodbye!